Welcome to Kellton Tech Solutions at Mulesoft Connect 2017. In this video, we are going to demonstrate a simple use case using Mulesoft that retrieves data from a cloud system in a dynamic way. In this specific example, the user will be able to retrieve data from Salesforce instance using HTTP endpoint. This flow contains, this example contains two flows. One is the show form flow, where the user which is responsible for displaying a submit form with some fields to build a Salesforce query. And the second flow is responsible for getting the request from the user from the submitted form, and it executes a query operation against a Salesforce instance, retrieves the response and provides it back to the end user. Now let's go to MuleSoft Anypoint Studio and see how this flow can be executed. Right now we are looking at the show form flow, which is the first flow. The inbound endpoint is a HTTP in this case, and it allows get method. So we would be able to run a test case from our browser window. The HTTP listener configuration is made to listen at 8081 port, and the Salesforce connector is configured with all the user ID, password, and security token, which are required to be passed to Salesforce login URL when we are using basic authentication scheme. And these are something which are obtained when we create an account with the Salesforce instance. Right now, in this particular screen, the user ID, password, and security token were configured to be used dynamically, and the same were configured in the Mule app properties. The operation that is being executed in this particular Salesforce connector is that the describe global, which retrieves a list of available objects for that particular user in the organization's data. The results that retrieved from the Salesforce would be converted into HTML set of values and then sent back to the user in the form of an HTML page, and the corresponding HTML page page is configured in the following location highlighted below. Now let's go to the browser window and try to execute the localhost :8081 on HTTP. This has returned me a HTML page which says Salesforce data retrieval, and the object box here is a drop-down which contains all the list of objects from the Salesforce. This is the result set retrieved out of the Salesforce describe global operation. It also has a field, search key, and search value text boxes. Once the user fills these details and submits, the flow 2 gets kicked off. The flow 2 in this case is a HTTP post call from the user, and it invokes the Salesforce query all operation. The Salesforce query needs to be built in this case, and that query is built out of the payload which is sent from the submitted form. So it comprises of the field, object, search key, and the search value sent from the user submitted form. Now the query all operation is executed against the Salesforce instance, and with the matching selection criteria, it retrieves all the values from the Salesforce instance, and that would be the response would be parsed, and it will set as a response to the HTTP endpoint, HTTP invocation, and we will be logging the results in the message. Now let's go back to the browser and try to observe this execution. I'm going to choose account, field name as phone, search key is phone, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 as my phone number. I'm going to submit my request. Invalid sales query. Let me resubmit it to see if there was something wrong. Okay, so now it gave me the result set. So the phone number is the one that we switched with, and these are the details that I was retrieving out of the Salesforce. Name is Siva, and the ID and the account type is subtype is account. Now let me re-execute the same thing with a different object. I would like to search for lead, where email is equals to sivasu.chavli@keltontech.com. When I submit it, it has resulted in two results. One is siva2chavli2, which is having the email ID as sivasu.chavli@keltontech.com, and Siva Chavli is also having the email ID as sivasu.chavli@keltontech.com. This is how Mulesoft can be used to integrate with the cloud-based applications such as Salesforce. Thank you.